Wait a moment. This isn't a furry visual novel. Hey guys, Derry here from Drake Wing Gaming, as some of you know me on Twitter, The Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming at you another Let's Play episode of Changeling Tale, Jessie's Path. I don't know how much more of this chapter we have left. If it's short, I'll pick up with Grace again. But anyway guys, sit back and enjoy. Let me make sure they don't get, yes, there we go. Okay, no chance of me getting, I'm not gonna chance it. Anyway guys, let's jump right back into it, shall we? There we go. Alrighty. Alarm Chan, you have been started and summoned. Alright. Sorry about that, guys. I realized I did not silence Telegram. Shit. Sorry about that. Anyway, let's jump right into it. It's bound to put half the town on edge, too. Come, let's find somewhere we can properly hide and rest. This better not be it. Oh, God, it's so adorable! Look at him, pups. Jessie takes me further out to a clearing of large boulders and hedges. We crawl into a space even darker than the night sky. Holding on to me, she curls up on the dirt ground of this makeshift bed space. I join her and look into her eyes. I love you, Jessie. I love you, too. Her eyes closed, but the pain in them was plain to see. A pain I'd feel too, if I let myself. Everything has happened so fast. A dream, a lost home. What good is this gift she's given me if we must spend it huddled under a boulder in exile? I listen to Jessie's breath steady into the rhythm of slumber. Sleep taps at my back as well, but I don't pay attention. My mind has other plans. I'm not tired. I have work to do, a problem to solve. Alright, what's he gonna do? What's Malcolm gonna do? Ooh. Part of me wishes I were back with Jessie, dozing away in our rock shelter. I certainly am not thinking clearly. Well, I'm a man on a mission, out to save the woman I love. The body I needed back. The safety we both need so badly. She was right. It was dangerous to come here. I crouched behind some bushes at the edge of the town and watched two figures leaning against the marked cross. Lookouts. Tension fills the air. There are monsters on the loose. On my way here, I slipped past several bands of armed men fanning out into the countryside, searching for great, fearsome beasts, hunting Jessie and me. I can't blame them. It wasn't that long ago that I was the one holding the gun, on the hunt. The sound of Bulgair's rifles reported seared into my memory. That cannot happen again, for Jessie's, for our sake. I have to somehow, some way, make things right again. Make them normal, or as normal as humanly or animally possible. Retrieving her dress, my clothes, finding Alana, I don't know the answer, but my search for a solution starts here. I just need to get past these guards. Scared. Everyone knows what I look like. Let's sneak around them. Okay, let's do the... I can always go back. Let's do the thief route. Fortunately, the lookouts are old men. It's well past their bedtime. My senses tell me their breathing is slow and regular. They're nodding off. I leave my cover and keep to the shadows, slinking around the edge of the buildings towards the Stag Nanny as quietly as I can. Right there, Garrett. That's not quiet enough. My claws click against the ground stones like an old typewriter. Yeah? Do you hear that? Angus, wake up! I freeze in my tracks, still out in the open but cloaked by darkness. Can they see me? What? Sounded like an animal. Begging your pardon, I didn't know it snore that bad. Not you, Angus, out there. Ah, could it be the, what kind of beastie was it that went so wild in the pub again? A wolf. Hey, that's right. 'Twas wolves after all, just like the old Angus had been saying all along. Who's the bumpot now, eh? Ha ha! Silly old codgers. Rescue mission. Their argument is my opportunity. It covers up my nose as I dash to a hiding place behind some barrels. Angus, shut your trap! Did you see that? There be something lurking in the shadows, all right. Their banter abruptly ends. Both smell of fear. Who goes there? Meow. Is that a cat? We're like a lad trying to sound like a cat. Oi, who's there? Why are you trying to sound like a cat? You think it's the beastie trying to befuddle us? Out of your head! Why would a beastie sound like a man trying to sound like a cat? Maybe it's Douglas Cranach. I heard when he's right sloshed, he sometimes makes sounds like a cat. Angus, that's pure nonsense. That you, Douglas? I suppose it didn't matter. Be it a cat or man, neither be the beastie we're keeping a weather eye for. Spoken like a true ne'er-do-well. The argument begins anew. Before they can change their minds, I claw my way up and wriggle through the window of the Stag Nanny's supply room. That was funny. That was funny. I love that. That's a good scene. That's a good scene. Oh, God. My body may have grown, but it's become lither, too. I squeeze through the window with ease, and a few bottles rattle as I land on my feet. I'm getting the hang of this. Yeah, he can't go back to being normal. Or human, I should say. Now what? Did Jessie lose her dress in the pub? For all I know, it's been taken away or left in tatters from the transformation. We have... I flick on the lamps and look around. Perhaps she has a spare somewhere here in her dressing room. Or does it need to be that specific red dress to work? I scratch my chin, as if any man in thought would get my nails caught in my beard. I just shaved last night. Oh, the hair's everywhere. Malcolm, in your face. You need to see her face. Oh, Lord. You can look at his face. He's gonna wolf man. Oh. Not bad looking. It's like a werewolf. A nice werewolf. For the first time, I lay eyes upon my full appearance. Goodness. My golden eyes, long whiskered muzzle. I lift one lip and reveal perfect canine teeth. I said golden eyes, they look green. Even my nose, so dark and spongy. I press it and it bounces back, entirely too fun. These canine features notwithstanding, I'm a splendid specimen. My hand runs down across my front, over abdominals that are harder than cast iron. I've even better tone than after my physical training. I have to remind myself it's still me under all this fur. But here I am, unshaken by this view. How familiar it looks after seeing Jessie so many times this way. The view is commonplace, but the sensation, that's new. Uh-oh. Ha! My heart skips a beat when the blonde spectre soundlessly appears behind me. By instinct, I whip around, baring my teeth, and she flinches ever so slightly. I've never seen Alana flinch. Malcolm, please, behave. Hey, I'm sorry. I don't know what came over. Hey, you snuck up on me! Anna quietly closes the door behind her, trapping the two of us inside. I'm not sure if I should be terrified or relieved to see her. It was not my intent to frighten you. You needn't be afraid. I'm sure you must be very confused. But first, I must ask you. She produces a drab, wadded up pile of garb. My drab, wadded up pile of... My drab, potted up wild of garb. Blah, what the fuck am I saying? My drab, wadded up pile of garb. And beneath that, I see a flash of red. You collected our clothes? I suspected you might come back for them. Now please, put yours on, and then it will help you return to your human form. Solution, okay. You think so ridiculous? My vest and shirt hang open, unable to wrap around my hulking chest. Even unbuttoned my pants straight under the pressure of the tightly packed flesh and fluff. It's like a glove. With little help, I'll be able to transform back now, eh? Yes, but not because of those rags. They're just for the sake of propriety. Clothes do a much better job of concealing one's unmentionables than a thin coat of fur. Again with the riddles. My brow furrows, pinching my canine features. I am in no mood. What do you mean? The rest of life and limb to come back here to find these clothes so that we could revert to our old selves. Now give it here. Oh Lord. With the frown of a disappointed teacher, Anna shakes her head and lets Jessie's dress fall open, or rather what remains of it. It's shredded almost beyond recognition. Yes, redonning the clothes one at the time of transformation can help remind their wearer of their human form, but I'm afraid this dress won't be of any help to Jessie anymore, not in this condition. I warned you both about what could happen if you carried on down this path. Alana drops the dress to punctuate her point. My hackles rise. Don't go assigning blame so callously. No one could have foreseen this. Except maybe her. Fortunately for you, I foresaw it and crafted a solution for you and your lover's wolf problem. It's not the problem, it's who she is. It's not who you are. flex my paws and look down at the tufts of fur peeking out from every hem. Since I transformed, I've never felt so alive, nor have I ever felt so close to Jessie. Maybe it is who I am, who I've always been. Maybe Jessie just coaxed the real me out. Anna gives me a look of pity reserved for a schoolboy who simply cannot understand.
Malcolm, uniquely in tune with fey magic though you may be, you are, and God willing shall always be, human. You're no wolver, you are simply her lover.
She approaches me, takes a clump of my fur between her fingers and frowns.
You contracted her condition only due to these unusual and highly specific circumstances. Circumstances that I will reiterate, I foresaw.
Could she be any more condescending? Turning to Jessie's vanity table, Alana picks up a small vial full of blue liquid.
Which is why I want you to take this.
I accept the vial that she produces and sniff at it. All I can smell is the overwhelming scent of Jessie's perfume that permeates her workstation. What is this? Eau de la Louvre?
Malcolm, it's a cure for the condition.
Surprise hits me so hard I almost drop the vial. My canine tongue sputters with disbelief. An antidote? You had this since the beginning?
Yes. Please be careful with that. I only prepared 2. One for you, and one for Jessie. The ingredients are hard to come by, so I'd rather not have to make more.
Why didn't you give this to Jessie ages ago?
I tried to. The night she was shot, she refused to take it on the spot, but she's had it all along.
Why wouldn't she?
Because the effects are permanent.
She pauses to let the gravity of that sink in.
I gave Jessie a choice. Live freely in nature as a wolf, or take this concoction and live out her dreams as a starlet. With you, the dreams she knew versus the dreams she never knew she had. Malcolm, it hurt her so to have to choose. It broke my heart to see our Jessie so distraught, so I refused to give her a chance. So I resolved to give her a chance, to risk offering a third option.
Her eyes drop to the dress puddled on the floor.
Her dress could reliably contain her transformation. She could have the best of both worlds. Sing during the day, roam free at night. But her power was on the precipice. If she became any closer to it, it would tip the balance. She had to leave. She was going to leave.
It's not her talk of questionable magical rules that troubles me, nor the callous way with which Alana seeks to govern another's life. I can even overlook the ceaseless blame she sets at my feet. No matter what, you would have Jessie give up something she loves.
I'm sorry, Malcolm. I never wanted this to happen, but it was the only way. And you gave her false hope, the illusion of control, when in fact your intimacy only stoked the flame into a fire. It was only a matter of time before the blaze would get out of hand. She thought she could have it all. Now here we are, a farm boy turned a monster and a dreamer who lost everything. Disowned, exiled, hunted.
Her words cut deep, and I can't meet Alana's eyes. I don't want to believe this is my doing. It's Owen's fault. It's no one's fault. I'll make things right.
Malcolm, listen to me. Do you know where Jessie is?
My voice is a croak. Yes.
Then take the antidote. A vial for Jessie is in your coat pocket. The dose is not drunk, but taken the same way your condition is transmitted, through broken skin. Crush the glass into your hand, and you will be human again.
Wait. If you crush the vial in your hand and you turn into a human, won't you also have just a human hand filled with broken glass? Ow! Can't you just, pour it on the bite?
Find her. Remind her of what you have both lost. Things may not go back to the way they were, but you'll be safe. You'll both be safe from...
Uh-huh. The door crashes in. My heart races, my blood pumps hard. In the hard light, all I can make out is the shape of someone wielding a large gun. Alright, who's the damned fool who broke in looking to pinch a barrel of drink? Anna stands squarely in front of me, protecting me.
Oh, put the gun away, you brute!
Miss Alana? Been taking you for a problem drinker.
I may yet be one by the time this is all over.
What's that behind you? Alana steps aside, revealing the massive fur and claws behind her. I smile sheepishly, but I suspect my grin comes across as wolfish instead. Bulgair's eyes go wide. Crivens, the beast! I'll save you, lass! He makes to lift the rifle, but Alana firmly holds it back.
No one needs any saving tonight, dear, especially not with your brand of heroism.
Unrecognized, terrorized, I feel my throat choke. I have an urge to cry that I must quell. I swallow and manage to croak out a few words. Bulgaria, it's me. The publican takes pause. He squints into the darkness. Malcolm?
The very.
Huck, lad! I gotta shot you again!
Bulgair lowers the gun as Alana and I exchange a rare look of mutual understanding. But please, don't fret about it one bit, sir. His eyes narrow as they shift to the lady in green.
I should have known this witch would have your whatever hand in all of this. What did she do to you and Jessie?
I beg your pardon.
Bulgair, it's not Alana's fault. I see my monstrous reflection in my school teacher's glasses. I may disagree with her on so many levels, but deep down I know she's right. The fault is mine, and I will fix it. A faint smile appears on Alana's lips, that of a proud mother.
Well then, since my battling is usually so detested, I'll leave you two boys to your reunion.
She brushes past Bulgair. Her green-robed figure once again dignified, noble, immutable.
Oh, and Malcolm, I politely insist that you take your medicine as soon as possible.
As she turns on her heel, a blaze of heat shoots through me, and a wonder if her witchcraft has placed itself within. Bulgair is visibly shaken, too. My boy, I think I feel the need for some medicine myself. And then they got drunk.
What? Oh, that's excellent. I love that. Hold up. Let me go back for a moment. Yep, let me go back for a moment. That's going to be the thumbnail. Yep, that's going to be the thumbnail of the video. I love it. Fantastic.
What a pitiful sight we must be. Two old friends drinking away the wee hours of the morning. One whose shaggy visage and imposing muscles might scare lesser men. The other, a werewolf. I raise a glass to my muzzle and lap it up its contents. Neither of us are thinking very clearly. We've had no sleep, and the pints don't help, but they numb the confusion. So, you and Jessie have always been like this. I shake my head and take it from the top, explaining once more everything I know. I'm quite a sight, eh? I attempt to laugh, but no sound comes from my smiling lips. Bulgair, though, lets out a huge guffaw.
Malcolm, she done turned you into a wolf. I almost blasted you away again.
Well, I'm glad you find this funny. Bulgair laughs even harder.
Funny? It's a pain in the wolf's arse, as it was what it's been. Scared off half my clientele for good, I suspect, and had to spend all night tidying the place.
I cast my eyes around the room and admire his work. You wouldn't know it was the scene of a disaster mere hours earlier. Bulgair's laughs wane and he sighs. Aye, but the important thing is you're safe and sound. So what's it like, being a wereman? He-wolf, what am I to call you? It's just Malcolm is fine, Bulgair. And Jessie, where's my girl? Is she safe? Alive? Please tell me she's out there and you found her. Yes, Bulgair, she's not fine, but she's alive. Injured. Hurt. I'll put any man into the ground if he's hurt her. Nay, she's not injured, just stuck. Stuck? In a hole? Tangled in brambles? I don't understand. I notice how hard I'm clutching both the vial and dress in my fists. I don't want to damage either. Neither of us can become human again until I show him the vial, and he stares hard at it. Ah, the medicines you were referring to. Yes, Lana is always on top of things. I can attest to that, lad. Have you drunk it? It's not taken that way, she said. Imagining the feeling of sharp glass in my paws makes me cringe. Anyway, no, not yet. Saving it for Jessie. Before I can answer, I hear another voice. Oh God. You have another one, Bulgair. A wolf person. How tremendous! Wondrous Walter comes down the stairs, still in his nightdress. He sounds jubilant. Pour another drink, my good man. I'll take a coffee. Black. This merits a toast. Now, it seems like quite a few people are just seemingly okay with a wolf person drinking in a bar. Okay. The surprised visitor catches us both off guard. Bulgair does his best to clean up his addled appearance and dutifully mans his post behind the bar. Sorry, lad, our commotion must have stirred the guests. They hiss back. Guests? Why on earth is he still here? Oh, God. Up, and the music goes.
Wondrous Walter at your service. Traveling showman, vaudevillian, purveyor of all things mysterious, marvelous, and I dare say, furry? Isn't that right, little nap? The monkey squeaks squeally. I shoot a baffled look to Bulgaria, who shrugs. God, what a silly chapter this has been. What a silly little playthrough this has been so far. Alright, that is a wolf walks into a bar. This is getting all kinds of silly. I enjoy it though, it's lighthearted. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and ring that notification bell until the next video. I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!